Good afternoon, Secretary Parker. My name is Maceo Bell, and I'm here to tell you about the many dynamics of Monterey County. And I'm sure that you're very familiar with all of, or if not many of, the dynamics of Monterey County because you are definitely a homegrown, well organized, and well connected to Monterey County. But I want to tell you about an issue that is plaguing me as a temporary resident of Monterey County. I want to talk to you about the housing development and the affordable housing market that is a problem in Monterey County. So I know that you are well aware of many of the dynamics that is happening in Monterey County because you've had many briefings and you've had many discussions and different dynamics about your particular problem in Zone 4, which is Monterey, and the greater Monterey County. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to tell you about, while we stand outside of a housing development in Monterey, is that this housing development has more than and been susceptible to 4, 5, and 6 family home housing who live in 2-bedroom houses, one bedroom houses, and even studio housing because of the Monterey housing development and the amount of money is required for a single family to own or purchase or rent even a single family home, right, in Monterey County because of the influx in how the Monterey and the California Housing Authority differentiates between who owns a house and who's not. So when you essentially take in account to the entire Monterey County and you look at the dynamics between Zone 1 and Zone 4 and maybe even incorporate Zone 5, you look at the dynamics, which is at least $70,000 a year. However, most of Monterey County is probably averaging about $33,000 a year. Therefore, they cannot afford to house or rent a home, at least single family home, in Monterey County. But also it tells us that they are susceptible to these things that you see here. These are apartment homes that house, again, single persons, one houses, 2 houses, maybe 2 rooms, 2 rooms. But why do I have 7 people living in 2-bedroom housing? The reason is the dynamics that is complex in Monterey County. These happen to be working family members that are in Monterey County, whereas you have other residents in Monterey County that are affordable or allowed to have money that work for them, right? And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to raise awareness so that we understand the dynamics of every person that lives inside of Monterey County. Well, we have the fortunate and well off. We also have the portionate that works in the agricultural portions of our Monterey County that are greatly affected by the housing inflection due to people that have the fortunate ability to own a house in Monterey, whereas those that work in the agricultural field are forced and susceptible to higher rates and no available housing because of the complexities or the mobility of encompassing their ability to pay for a house versus a person that's well off and have millions of dollars and don't have the susceptibles to normal everyday life. And so, Secretary Parker, I'm giving you this message really as a concerned Monterey County resident to let you know that it's bigger than the dynamic when I know that you're very closely and very maturely connected to this issue. But from an outsider observing this issue, I see that it's a greater dynamic than we have been able to approach. I think we definitely need to look into condominiums that move upward instead of outward. This will address our sanitation issue, our watering issue, our agricultural issue that we are all trying to preserve, right? And also, this will also allow us to address the Monterey County as a sanctuary for our wildlife and being. Secretary Parker, I really appreciate your time. I thank you so much for listening to my message, and I hope this message meets you with a found and glorious day. Thank you.